It's just like I don't know if you should call it a stereotype thing, you know.
Okay.
So like our passports are weak, so that's why I feel like we go outside to buy a passport that can help us travel.
Hey guys, I was asking people why African YouTubers are buying passports in the Caribbean. Also, why there's so many Africans in the Caribbean and Jamaica. So, what's your sister? What's her name?
My name is Maren,
Okay.
and I'm Maureen.
So, first question, why African passport? Why African YouTubers are buying passport? Yeah, in the Caribbean.
Well, I feel like right now a lot of African YouTubers are buying passports because if you look at the history of Africans, let me just start with Nigerians first because they're a common case.
Okay.
When any Nigerian travels abroad, let's say they even come to an African country like Kenya, they're really given a hard time, and with good reason, you know, because they have a lot of cases with online fraudulence, you know,
Okay.
and those Yahoo boys. So it's really hard because they're associated with fraud. It's really hard for them to travel. You understand?
Okay.
So I feel like for us, the rest of Africa, it's just like I don't know if I should call it a stereotype thing, you know.
Okay.
So like our passports are
Okay.
so I feel like for us the rest of Africa it's just like I don't know if I should call it a stereotype thing, you know.
Okay.
So like our passports are weak, so that's why I feel like we go outside to buy a passport that can help us travel with a lot of ease, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay. What makes Tayo Aina to buy the passport? What do you think?
No, now for Teo Aina's case,
Okay.
the number one big reason is that because he's Nigerian.
Okay.
You know, Nigerians, if we negative connotations, it's very hard for them to travel. So I see why Tayo had to buy a different passport because already the accent gives you away. So can you imagine traveling with a green passport?
Yeah. My last question is why there are so many Africans like now that are traveling to Jamaica and staying in Jamaica.
I feel like a lot of Africans right now are going to Jamaica because do you know this when you talk about let me give you an example in a family, the forgotten child in a family. When that forgotten child starts reaching out, or that forgotten child starts bringing out their head, a lot of people now start noticing them, you know. So that is what is happening in this case. Jamaica, for a long time, Africans, we are synonymous with Jamaican culture. A lot of us are seeing, you know, we are experiencing their culture. Some of us have tasted their food. Like we really love anything to do with Jamaica, you know. And right now, finances is always not easy for us to come by. So we used to experience that through their music, you know,
Yeah.
their accents. We used to love that through their music. But right now, I feel like the YouTubers who can travel there, those who can afford to go there, that is exactly what they are doing. They're going to experience Jamaica like in real life, you know. So I feel like it became one boomerang because one of us went there and found she was welcomed well, you know, and like I don't mean to, you know, shit on. Pardon my French, but I don't mean to dump on any other country. But America welcomes people differently. You understand? So, and I believe Jamaica has really pulled up its game, and Jamaica has proven to love Africans. You know, so we
Yeah.
feel welcome. This is why a lot of us are really going traveling to Jamaica right now. America is no longer the dream. You know, Jamaica is.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's it. Thanks so much. So, Ryan,
Yes.
why do you think like African YouTubers are buying passport in the Caribbean?
Yeah, so as she mentioned, sorry, as she mentioned,
Okay,
other
come,
than African,
yeah.
as she mentioned, other than African passports being weak,
Okay,
I think generally the welcoming nature of Jamaica,
okay,
yeah, and then second, the ease of Africans traveling to other places with Caribbean passports,
okay,
and then third, we identify with Jamaicans. So if you other than my own country, if I could get another passport, say from a foreign country, why
okay.
not go to a country that's much closer to us in history than Jamaica, you know? So I think that's why Africans are buying Jamaican passports.
Seriously, I think, what do you think that Tayo Aina has bought the passport? Tayo Aina.
Uh, for me, I
Yeah.
think he's bought the Caribbean passport so that he can move around the world easily. Because it's much easier, and that's for a fact, for him to move around with the Caribbean passport than it is for him to move around with the
Nigeria passport.
Nigerian passport.
Okay.
Because even here in Kenya, he'd be harassed as hell. Yeah.
Actually, yeah. So I want to ask you, why there are so many YouTubers in Jamaica today from Africa?
Yeah, so why there are so many YouTubers in Jamaica from Africa? I feel like for the longest time, I don't know I don't know why. For the longest time, Africans have not been schooled properly about Jamaica or the Caribbean islands, you
Okay,
know. But
okay,
only now we are discovering what Jamaicans and the other islands are,
okay.
and because of that curiosity, most of us who can financially be able to get to Jamaica, they're going there to discover the culture.
Thanks so much.
You're
Please guys
welcome.
follow also tunes and hangout.
Oh, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. We'll appreciate that.
So I was asking people, nowadays we have so many African YouTubers in Jamaica. For them, we have so many YouTubers. So I'm here with a YouTube also. So brother, why do you think that there are so many African YouTubers in Jamaica nowadays?
First of all, Africans, we love Jamaicans, we love Caribbean people.
Okay.
What I consider as an African, first of all,
Okay.
is that once you see any black people anywhere, you can you can as well want to mingle with them, get to know them, get to interact with them.
Okay.
And the reason why many YouTubers are in Jamaica, there are so many reasons behind it. The first one being that Jamaica is one of the countries whereby YouTubers wanna go because of the CPM,
Okay.
according to the payment of the social media.
Okay.
That's where many people wanna go because first of all, I may say of views.
Okay.
The other thing I may consider is that their culture. Africans, we do love their culture because mostly the YouTubers are from Africa.
Okay.
And the Africans, we do love the Jamaican culture, whereby they get to smoke weed. They use weed legally, not illegally,
Okay.
since weed is legalized. And Africans, I understand most Africans they eagerly want to know how this thing works, like whereby you get to use it legally without being harassed by anyone. So I think that's the reason behind it. Maybe the other reason is Jamaica is one of the countries where they produce music, whereby the music, what can I say? The music, the English is not English. Okay, yes, and the music also expresses their culture. That's what I wanted to say.
Okay.
Yeah, so mostly they consider going to Jamaica just because of that, and maybe to interact with their culture.
Etc.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Please support Peter
Peter
Peter.
Flips. Yep.
So guys, I'm still here with the brother. So brother, why do you think nowadays there are so many African YouTubers going to Jamaica? They're now in Jamaica. So brother, what do you think?
As I was telling you,
Okay.
there is a lot of African YouTubers in Jamaica because when you look at countries all over the world that has a bigger black population outside of Africa,
Yeah.
one of them is Jamaica.
Yeah.
You want to go to somewhere where you have people who look like you outside of Africa,
Yeah.
and in a way you get to notice a lot of similarities between them and us. They're outside of Africa and we resonate a lot with their dancehall music. People want to go there for the same reasons. We want to go there and experience a culture that is close to the African culture outside of Africa. So when you see YouTubers going there, they want to experience that and document for us who are still in Africa to get to understand the similarities rather that we have between Africans and Jamaicans, because we are all black people and we have a lot in common. You can see how we are dancing to their music. I'd say the Jamaican music in Kenya is doing so well than the American music. A lot of people want to listen to Jamaican music, want to know their culture, want to know the similarities. That's why there is a lot of African YouTubers in Jamaica.
Yeah. This is Jamaica. Thanks so much, brother.
You're welcome, brother.
Please support Ifan Frayola.
Thank you.
Yes,
Evans Rayola.
Yeah.